Well, hello there, YouTube. It's Ro here. Thank you for visiting You Grow Ro. If this is your first time here, I hope you'll consider subscribing at the end of this video. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you. Today, I'm going to be giving you all updates on various different things that have been going on, and I hope you enjoy the video. We'll get started in just a second. All right, friends, so update number one has to do with my AeroGarden Farms that are down here in the dining room. Last time you saw, I did a hydroponic harvest from these machines, and I was letting you guys know that I was going to be removing those plants and taking them out. Well, let me show you what we did. All right, so over here, I got this all cleaned up. Both units are empty. I just have to clean the actual reservoirs. Those need to be cleaned, but otherwise, that's all cleaned out. And I cleaned out, I hadn't mentioned it before, but I had some dead plants in these. So I cleaned those out so I can go ahead and plant them up with something else. Then over here in this, oops, forgot to put this back on. On this side, this unit is regrown full all over again. We did a harvest in that last video and it's time to do it again. This is my parsley. I moved the chives that was in here outside, and then I have that Thai basil. And then down here is the Farm Excel 24. And let's see, we're getting some glare here. And it doesn't look like I can do anything to fix it. Okay, but I did clean this unit out, and now I just have one plant left in here. I'm gonna leave that in because it has a significant amount of fruit on it. So I'm gonna leave that in for now, and then when I get back from my second vacation, I will remove this one. So this will be around for another 3 weeks, and then it'll be gone. What are my plans for these units after that? I don't know. My mind says grow some flowers in the house. Yeah, that might be all that I do. I'm not going to do a whole lot because I'll be doing most of my gardening outside. Here we are at update number 2. In emptying those units of those plants, I had to do some more final harvesting, and this is today's harvest. It is enormous. Look how many tomatoes are in there. The camera is not doing it justice, but I do want to point out that the Paws Pride, which is a micro dwarf, actually produces really large fruits for it being a micro dwarf. I mean, look at this. I think that's a really nice size. Same here for the Paws Pride. Beautiful coloring. Red green with antho shoulders. And then I hadn't shown you guys, but I have harvested a whole bunch of these woolly swirg tomatoes. So these were the fuzzy ones. Very cool. I haven't tasted it yet. I'll be doing a video on tasting those. And then we got some more of the purple boy green tomatoes. Bunch of those in here as well. So my harvest here was pretty significant. I don't know what I'm going to be doing with all these tomatoes. I may even just wind up freezing them. In addition, I did some harvesting upstairs, and I found 2 cucumbers. Well, I guess you could call it 2 1/4 because there's a little tiny one here. But 2 quick snack cucumbers that I harvested as well. So we are set on tomatoes. I'm going to be leaving in a week and 4 days. So we'll see how much I can get through in that amount of time. But isn't that one fantastic harvest? All grown indoors over the winter hydroponically. Yay. Here's Penny. This is our new little baby. A friend of mine ended up with some kittens, and she was looking to find them forever homes, and I took one. So I got this sassy little lady. She's got a ton of energy, and she's about the most darling little thing. She's really sweet, and she's a cuddle bug. My other cat, she's hissing at her from time to time, but she's not gonna attack her by any means. So we just need some time. It's only been one night. But this is little Penny, and we named her after my mom, my birth mom. Penny. She doesn't know her name yet. So the good news is that Tim works from home, so there's always somebody here to keep an eye on the both of them. But Penny's into everything. I mean, she's climbing up curtains. She's everywhere. So it's good that he's here to keep an eye on her and make sure my other cat, doesn't like lose her mind and do something she shouldn't do. So, but we got our hands full and it's fun. It's like having a toddler in the house. So the fourth update, I think it's the fourth, involves tomatoes again, but not these tomatoes. No. These tomatoes. So if you recall, over the summer, this past summer, I grew long keeper tomatoes, and I was actually able to save some. Imagine that. So what I have here are the low-leck long keeper tomatoes. These are tomatoes that you grow during the summer, harvest a little bit early, and then they slowly ripen over the winter so that you can have fresh tomatoes all winter long. The low-leck is one of the longer lasting ones. So these were harvested in October, the first week of October 2024. We are on it's May 4th. May the 4th be with you. I'm sorry, I had to do it. Anyways, it's May 4th of 2025. So October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. These tomatoes are 8 months off the vine. Now this one definitely has the look of, aging on it, but it's still fairly firm, surprisingly. Now I do have some better specimens here. This one appears to have rotted. It's a little small one, and it doesn't look like it ever fully ripened. Then I have this one here, which is still ripening. The bottom looks really good, but the top is still a little too pale yellow. It's not ready. And these two over here are perfectly ripe. This one has a little bit of issue here. It's rather soft right there, so you wouldn't want to eat that in that spot. You would want to cut that off, but this one here looks absolutely magnificent. So I thought we could cut into it and I can taste it and let you know what I think. Now I think over this winter, I did send out seeds to you guys for this variety. Some of you, because I did save a lot of seeds. All right, that's what she's looking like on the inside. So the seed cavity is fairly dry, and it looks like they are showing some definite signs of aging. Let's cut it crosswise again and see. Yeah. So I wouldn't call this juicy, but this is how these tomatoes work. They just dry out over time as they ripen. So that is not looking super great in there. You would not want to eat this seed cavity. So I'm going to cut that out. tomato is still fairly firm. It's not mushy. And I think this might be as far as you want to go with these. So 8 months. But let's see what the flavor is like. So you can see here, all I've done is clean out the cavity. I got rid of all those tomato seeds. All right. I am gonna say this looks a little mealy to me, but we will see. We will see. And nobody likes a mealy tomato. All right, let me bring you in. So here's my slices. They still have some juice to them. Yeah, you see they still look a little bit wet, so that's good. This was what was in the seed cavity. This is not edible in my opinion. This part of it, I wouldn't eat it. I'm not going to. But far be it for me to tell anybody else what to do. Okay, and then here's more of what that cavity looks like. And those seeds. And again, over here. And this just looks a little mealy to me. What do you guys think? All right, so I brought in some pink Himalayan salt. I'm gonna sprinkle that over this tomato. Again, this is the Lolek, L-O-L-E-K, long keeper tomato. And it is a yellow skin with a red interior. Very cute. This one even has a little green on it. But let me give it a try. Now, I know somebody is watching this video and saying to themselves, but she put salt on the tomato. And yes, I did. And I did that because I already know that the flavor is on the bland side. It's not super great. I know that from the last time I taste tested these, which was about 3 months ago, I want to say. So I'm just gonna go on and put the salt on it right away. So, tink. Okay. Let me do one more little piece here. Okay, so what I said in my last video when I taste tested these about 3 months ago still stands. The flavor changes over time, as does the texture. It's not mealy though. I was wrong. That is not mealy. It's got a nice firm texture. Skin's still really crunchy. It chews like a tomato I just picked out of the garden. It is not juicy by any means. It's fairly bland. The salt does help. There is a mild tomato flavor. I would say in growing these, 8 months is about as far as you could stretch this out. And I would even say probably end this at like 6 months. But they're still good at this stage. I mean, you could still eat them. You could still use them, so long as, again, me personally, I take that seed cavity out. It does not look appetizing to me. But yeah, overall, I would say that was a success, and I'm looking forward to growing some more long keepers. I do recommend this one. Harvest it sooner rather than later, or eat it sooner rather than later. Again, 8 months, it's almost flavorless. Has a slight tomato flavor to it. And you would have thought the salt would have brought more of that out in it, but it did not. It does not taste bad though, and the texture is fine, absolutely fine. It's not juicy, but it's still appealing. I can still see value in growing these tomatoes. So there you have it. That's our last update on the low-leg long keeper tomatoes. All right, this next update is on the extracts I made over a year ago. Whoopsie. These have been, I've taken them out of my dark closet. They're, well, no, I've taken this one out of the dark closet. These two have been staying in there, but they're fine. So back in January of 2024, I infused or made cinnamon, vanilla, and cacao extract. I used vodka for the cinnamon, vodka for the cacao, and rum for the vanilla. Now, these two we haven't touched yet. Well, we did give a little bit of this away, but we haven't touched the cacao one yet. We will get to that. It's not like it's gonna go bad. I have left the nibs in there. I have no intentions of taking them out. It's totally fine. Let's shake it up. Shake it up. It's completely fine. It's got a beautiful color. It tastes fine. The vanilla though, this is delicious. A little bit is missing though because I gave some away to a friend when we had a little get together here, and she was looking at my extract that I have in my kitchen, which is this bottle here, and it is from 2021. So this is September of 2021. So this is from 4 years ago. And this is my last bottle. So I'm not ready to use this, but she saw this and was like, oh, I would love to try that. So I did the spice rum with this one, and she didn't think she would like that, but I just used regular rum with this one. That's why I went ahead and I cracked that open for her, but it's fine. It still has all the vanilla beans in it, and I'm just gonna leave them in there. It tastes fine. And I will though be refilling this jar from here once this is all gone. I mainly use this for both of these for the same things. So when I'm making his pancakes or muffins or breads and things like that, I throw a little splash of this in there, and we're getting through it. So for the cinnamon, he's really been enjoying these cinnamon pancakes. And sometimes I do cinnamon vanilla. Ooh. So these have turned out very well. When I did my video, I don't give measurements. I just kind of, do my thing. But if you want to see how I've done that, I will post a link to this video up here. All right, let's go to the next update. Okay. Here we are at my garden. It is doing very well, as you can see. The sunflowers are starting to head up. My greens are doing good. I've been picking off of these. Celery's looking great. The Salanova, I've tasted it. It's delicious. I love it. Perpetual spinach, I'm looking at getting that out in the yard pretty soon here. Mini cauliflower coming along. Purple kohlrabi just starting to bulb up a little bit. Tatsoi looking good. More purple kohlrabi. This is lacinato kale, much smaller than what I got in my AeroGarden, but give it some time, I guess. And I think this is more mini cauliflower. We got some chard here that's looking pretty good. I wouldn't mind moving this outside. And here I have some more perpetual spinach, again, that I'm looking to put outside. Here is some tatsoi. I've got some cilantro here. Another sunflower, yay. And then we got some greens here, salad greens that I need to harvest. I did not notice how leggy these had gotten. We've got some kale over here. and some Bull's red beets. I don't know if anything's bulbing up there, but we finally got some leaves, so I'm guessing that just took some time. I don't know. We'll see. More tatsoi. This is more kale. And then the red sorrel doing good. Not my favorite. It's too lemony for me. But it did not perennialize. It came back for 2 years and then it died off. So I'm not sure. I'm going to try it again just for the sake of seeing if it was a fluke or not. And then more tatsoi. Down here, sweet Thai basil. Not doing great, but there's something there. Then we have thyme, lemon balm, bunching onions looking good. Down here is some dill looking good, and more bunching onions. All in all, everything is looking great in this machine. I'm quite pleased with it. The next update is looking at this terrarium. You guys watched me clean this up and get it all together in a different video a couple weeks ago, and things are going great. Except that mother-in-law's tongue still looking like it's got one foot in the grave. But everything else that I transplanted in here, I'll link to the video where I showed you guys how to make these cutie dinosaur guys. You watched me move my golden girls in here and my different succulent babies that I moved in here. Everything's looking really good. I'm very happy for this. And I can see on this pad here, I got a baby coming in. Let's open it up and get in there. So everything that I've done didn't shock this plant too much, but that's a baby coming in right there. I'm pleased with this. This is looking really, really nice. And like I said, I'll link to this video for you guys up here. And my final update for you guys is on my propagations. I mentioned in, I don't know, a couple videos now at this point that I was going to start propagating my easily propagated houseplants and selling them on Facebook Marketplace, and things are going well. So this is one of my newest babies. Looks awesome. Looks like I got some Snow White pothos maybe. I don't know. I should put the names in there. Most people don't care though. And then run-of-the-mill pothos. I thought I had some golden pothos in there, but it doesn't look like it. Anyways, it's doing fantastic. And let's go take a look at the ones I got upstairs. Here's one here. It's a little sparse, but I can fill that in and get it nice to where somebody would want to buy it. But this is doing really good. That's another one that I propagated. And here's one more I have in here. Lighting's not the best, but this guy is doing really good as well. This one definitely has golden pothos in it. This might be all golden pothos, but it's doing really good. And I'm propagating from all of these. This plant, that plant there, and the one you saw downstairs. I also have some new ones. Recently, I picked up this Brazil. I was at Mark's, and it was only $12. $12. And I grabbed this. I've not grown Brazil before, and I think I might have it in the wrong spot because everything facing the window is getting a little too much sun. But I figured it was much like growing any other pothos because you see all these aerial roots on here. So it's, you know, probably easily propagated in water or sticking it in soil. So that's a Brazil, and it's beautiful, isn't it? And for another 12 bucks, I picked up this Satin pothos. And I just love the leaves on the Satin pothos. I can't believe I waited this long to get one of these, but isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. Anyway, so I'll be taking cuttings from this too, because again, just like any other pothos, it's got those aerial roots, meaning that it's like super easy to propagate. I also got this Peperomia, which I plan on propagating. I used to do peperomias a lot years and years ago, so we'll see how that goes. I'm not altogether sure. I even remember how I used to do it and why I was so successful at it. Um, it's probably going to be a learning curve, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm hopeful. All right, friends, that does it for the updates. Look how cute she is. She's even got a little black eye. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share. And I will see you all in another video on another day. Until then, happy growing, my friends.